everyone. I hope you're having a really wonderful day. It is absolutely gorgeous here today. It's early in the morning. It's September. I'm Fionuala. I'm at Cottage Gardens of Petaluma today, and I'm in Zone 9B, a little bit outside of Petaluma in the countryside, 45 minutes north of San Francisco. And like I said, it's September, and I just wanted to give you a little tour of what it looks like, how gorgeous everything is, and what you can plant in September. So let's get going. I'm in the succulent area to start with because it's late in the year, we're kind of short on water right now. Our minds all go towards succulents. So right here in front of me, we've got all kinds of succulents to get obsessed about. I particularly love aloes. I absolutely love aloes, and I have a number of those here that the texture alone, come look at this. Can you see this? This is Marlothii. Look at the meatiness of the foliage, the spines. It's almost like a sea creature, and it's about to send up a shoot of flowers. They're going to be orange. The hummingbirds are going to love them. Honestly, aloes are amazing. Because look, right beside it, I've got this other little aloe with got tiny little spines that really are not terrifying at all. Grassier foliage, and then it's got orange flowers again, and again the hummingbirds absolutely love it. And then this one, another aloe. You would think this is my aloe department. It's not actually. They all happen to just look great together. This one here is Mitriformis. I thought it was Nobilis, but this is Mitriformis. Again, you've got that really succulent foliage, beautiful little spines on it, and it's going to have spires of orange blooms that, again, the hummingbirds love. And then look at this aloe. Look at this. I mean, they're incredible. They're like sea creatures. They're gorgeous. They're from South Africa, so tough as nails, incredibly drought tolerant. There are some varieties that like shade. What I've got here are all sun lovers, but it's those blooms that are just, you know, absolutely amazing. There are some yellow blooming aloes. I don't have any here right now. The majority of what I've got have orange blooms because that's what I like. And it just makes me incredibly happy to share these aloes with you. This one here is Aloe arborescens, which means it's going to be a tree, not really a tree around here, but it is going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So they're my favorite things in the succulent department right now, but my goodness, the whole world of echeverias is amazing. The sedums are fantastic. There's pretty much a succulent for everybody's gardens, whether you live in the city, in the fog, in the, you know, inland areas, Healdsburg, Sonoma, anywhere. You can find a succulent that works for you. You know I'm from Ireland, right? Well, one of my first houseplants was a succulent. It even had a name. It was called Roger, and it was a little euphorbia, a little weird euphorbia that I absolutely loved. So I've been hooked on succulents for a very, very long time. We're taking a little trip through all the other sun lovers here at Cottage Gardens in September, so I can show you my favorites. This is Thunbergia. It's also called clockvine. And believe it or not, there is an alcove arbor hidden in here. It's definitely here. The vine is thrilled to bits to be here. It's climbing, twining, very tough. And honestly, it just couldn't be prettier. And I do have some. I've got some. It's a great time to plant them as well because get them all established over the winter. Whoops. They are very quick climbers. It's already moving in next door on this one. I'll untangle it. This one is Arizona Glow. It is very tough, has beautiful blooms, a little more dusky than that classic orange one. But it likes well-drained soil, full sun. If it's going to be super frosty in the winter, you do want to protect it. So for example, if we were expecting a very heavy frost, I would throw some frost cover over this and protect it. But if you fail to do so, you generally don't lose the whole plant. It'll fry it on the top, but the top growth is protecting what's underneath and protecting the roots. So This has been in for 3 years maybe. 1 year was pretty bad. It sailed through. It totally sailed through that frost. It did get fried on the top. We just cut it back and it came right back. And as you can see, it's so spectacular. And it's in pots. You can barely see it, but there is a pot down here. There is a terracotta pot, a decent sized one, but that's what it's planted in. So yes, you can grow it in pots, you can grow it up and over something, because it definitely wants to climb, and it's incredibly rewarding. So yeah, full sun, light on water, excellent drainage, and protect it if it's going to be super frosty. Okay, so it's September, which is when the asters really start shining. They're fall blooming flowers, and I love this one, Aster fricardi Monch or Monk. I'm never too sure how you're supposed to say it, but this is a really very reliable plant. Great color. This is one I totally adore though. This is another little aster. It looks very like the native aster. It's called Monte Cassino. It gets big and billowy, and literally you can barely see any foliage for all the tiny little daisy-like flowers. And it's big. It's basically a shrub. When it's established, it's 2 to 3, sometimes 4, tall and wide. There's a really spectacular one over at the pollinator garden at Cornerstone that just got me addicted years ago. Big and billowy and gorgeous and covered in bees. A little early this morning, so I'm just seeing 1 or 2 bees, but I love this plant. The other cool thing about it is it's pretty tough. All it wants is good drainage, full sun, and it makes a really, really good cut flower. One of those perfect filler flowers for bouquets, and you know how much I like making bouquets. Another great September bloomer is echinacea, and there's 2 that I totally love. Actually 3, but the 3rd one is not blooming. So we're going to start with this one, Dark Shadows Wicked. It is really intense, gorgeous coneflower that has, I mean, just look at the colors. I'm not even going to try to describe them for you, but they're kind of like the classic purple, but with a hint of magenta, those big cones in the middle. And it's just an absolutely fabulous fall bloomer. And you know how much we love pollinators around here? The bees love this plant. They really, really love it. And the foliage is great. Now, like all echinaceas, it does die back in the winter, so you have to remember where it is so you don't accidentally go and plant bulbs there or something. But they're really reliable. They come back every year. They're amazing. Relatively drought tolerant, full sun. This guy gets about 2 feet tall and wide. And as you can see, the pollinators adore it. Now here's another favorite. This one's a little more informal, gets bigger. It's called Tiki Torch, which is a kind of a strange name, but long stems, great cut flower, and great pop of tangerine orange for your garden. So the other one I totally adore is called Sunseeker's Rainbow, because it kind of morphs through various colors, ending up like this. But if you saw the other colors, you would see why I've only got 1 of these guys left. This isn't actually a highlight, but I just wanted to point out just how spectacular the yarrows are all looking. They come in every shape and size. There are tall ones, there are short ones, there are red ones, there's yellow ones. Pretty much a yarrow for every garden. And this terracotta is just adorable because you've got like a whole lot of different colors going on. Red velvet. Seriously, there's a color for everybody, there's a size for everybody. Another pollinator favorite. It's not a native, it's a native kind of a hybrid. So it's one of those great, easy to grow plants if you're trying to stay close to the whole world of native plants. I gotta show you this one. This is an ornamental oregano, Origanum Kent Beauty. And September is when this plant really, really shines. You can see these little sprays, and the purple is just coming on, and it is absolutely amazing. Another super easy, sun-loving, drought-tolerant plant that, yes, the pollinators love this one too. But you can grow it in a pot, you can grow it in the landscape. I would recommend growing it somewhere where you can really appreciate the blooms up close, because they're positively miraculous. I mean, have a look at this. Look at these, look at that beauty. They're just amazing. And it's also one of those plants that when it's happy, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year, and more exciting and more dramatically gorgeous in the garden. So yeah, good drainage, good sun, fabulous over rock walls. You don't want to drown it. You know, real light but regular water. That's the key to that one. But now I want to show you the grasses. All right, September is when the ornamental grasses really come into their own too. You've got the foliage getting different colors. You're finally getting flowers on your pennisetums. I mean, it's amazing. Ornamental grasses are fabulous in the landscape, but somehow the fall really makes them come into their own and shine. And I just got to show you this Carly Rose. Look at Carly Rose. It is a very, very reliable pennisetum that produces the prettiest flowers. And grass flowers are not like your regular flowers. They are panicles that look like this, or like this, or like these. But they're still called flowers. And believe it or not, they are great in flower arrangements. I did it in the one that I showed in a video a couple of weeks back. But ornamental grasses, they provide punctuation, they provide movement, they provide color, upright, all sorts of, they're so great in the landscape. There's like so many good reasons to love them. And I did a whole video on them maybe about a year and a half ago. You can find it right here if you want to know more. But right now, my favorites are what? Honestly, it's got to be this one. I can't even say its name, so we'll just call it Sandhill. It's Caryopteris. There's something about the purple tints on the green leaves. There's something about the movement. And I saw it, these are babies. I saw a full-grown specimen. It gets up to about 4 to 5 feet tall. The movement is unbelievable. The color is mesmerizing, and the plumes of flowers are great too. Honestly, can't say enough about it. There's also Muhlenbergias, capillaris. They're not blooming yet, but they're going to soon. So yeah, September is a fabulous time to add an ornamental grass or two to your garden. One final plant for today that is just spectacular out of all these wonderful plants I've got going here is this Caryopteris. It's called Grand Blue. It eventually, when it grows up and matures in a couple of years, it gets up to about 48 inches tall and will be covered in blooms. But look at this. It's got to be 18 inches tall right now, covered in blooms already. Every single cluster of blooms has a cluster of bees on it. Another absolutely fabulous choice for any kind of a pollinator garden. And honestly, the bees go kind of crazy over this one. They are just like frantic to get to it. So it's a wonderful place to visit down here, and it's a great addition to any sunny garden. It's relatively drought tolerant, it's easy to take care of. Caryopteris Grand Blue. Here's one more plant I really want to tell you about, because look at it. Middle of September, it's blooming gorgeously, and it's a penstemon. Now, I love all penstemons, but this one is a native, and the foliage is super interesting. It's kind of blue-green, almost succulent-like. It's really drought tolerant, it's really deer resistant, and the hummingbirds adore it, as you might gather, just because it's red, tubular flowers. It's like, you know, what hummingbird could pass this one by? But yeah, this is Penstemon eatonii. Deer hate it, hummingbirds love it. You cannot go wrong with this plant. Full sun, good drainage, regular to light on water, and look at the beauty that you get. So there you have it. That's what's exciting here in the nursery for September. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come on in and visit. If you're anywhere close, remember, Zone 9B, Northern California, Petaluma. You can find us. If you can't make it all the way up to the nursery, you can always find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love if you dropped a comment. Let me know what you think of the plants that I am super excited about today. But most important, what I want you to do is to get outside in your own garden this September. Look what's going on, pay attention, and just love your garden. Happy gardening, everybody.